Hi, I'm conflicted, and I was sitting there, twiddling my thumbs, formulating an idea for a YouTube video, and I stumbled across this guy named Justibuns. All right, Justin. I seen his videos. I was like, yo, this guy makes similar videos to the stuff I make. Not completely, but like he makes like music related videos. And we were talking, right? And then we put two and two together, and we're like, yo, bruh, we both make music related content. Why not do a collaboration video? So that's what this video is gonna be about. Alright? Let me tell you how this is gonna go down. I'm gonna talk about my music for a little bit, and then he's gonna talk about his music for a little bit. The way this is set up, you'll see in a second. But yeah, our discussion today is going to be talking about the top 10. No, scratch that. The best album. Alright? The best album, I don't know if this is going to be best rap album, best normal album, in the entirety of the 2020s so far, alright? So, I'm going to get straight into this. I don't want this video to be too long. There's a lot of possible choices. So, I have a couple honorable mentions. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10 thoughts on what could be in my top 10 rap albums. I'm not including, like, other stuff. Otherwise, Joji, would have took it by now. He's about to drop another thing. Bro, I might cry when he drops this album. I've been going through a tough time. But that's okay, bro, because Joji's going to drop. Brand Fayez dropped recently. We're not counting that in. Yeah, a lot of these. I don't think that they'd be the best album, though, because my top 10 here is pretty good. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so since I did the intro, I actually got a couple more options. I almost forgot about a bunch of these. I didn't even know Circles by Mac Miller came out in the 2020s, but what a better way to start than with Mac Miller's Circles. This is like a joined, it's like a duality of this and Swimming, an album that he dropped, I believe, in 2018. This album was an incredible way to start off the decade, actually. It was really unfortunate when he passed. I think it was 2017 when he passed. And yeah, this album was beautiful. Genuinely, some of the songs had me in literal tears. Actual great album. Yeah, that's one of the greatest starts. Great album to start the decade off with. So I'm thinking about putting that up there. Another really beautiful album by another big artist is Kanye West's Donda. Despite it being partially unfinished sounding at points and a little bit spotty and a couple horrible tracks, I don't know. I think it's overall pretty good. I really don't like part twos, and he really pushed the emphasis on the part twos in this album. But yeah, it's still better than CLB. CLB is not getting close to this. CLB has like 6 good songs. They're pretty good songs, but I don't think it's in the 2020 choices. Another big artist would be J. Cole. He dropped The Off Season. I think his lyricism and pen improved a bunch. Overall, a very impressive album. I like the album cover art. I think that a lot of the time that gets brushed off. People don't acknowledge on how important album covers are. And I think he did a great job on mixing his album cover with the actual album itself. The music was very fitting. I think it was like a victory lap type of music, Speaking of victory lap type of music, we have Call Me If You Get Lost was really good. I mean, it's literally a victory lap in itself, Fresh off of Igor 2 years later, not really fresh, but, he dropped Igor. This is like a really nice vacation type album, bro. I remember I listened to this on a plane, and truly the greatest music to listen to while you're traveling. Really good, really great album, actually. I like a lot of his flows in this. He brought back some people, he continued to be him, he's just him. And yeah, 1/3 album, like personally, there was a personal album. We got Mr. Moore and the Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar. Hi, I'm Kendrick Lamar, and you should subscribe to I'm Conflicted. I don't know why I'm here, but I agree. And turn on post notifications. My bad. It has actually my favorite song of the decade in this album. Father Time. I don't know how I didn't like immediately say that, but it's Father Time. I don't have a dad personally. It really resonates with me. Beautiful song. And yeah, bro, let me put y'all on, bro. Like literally, like y'all probably already heard the album. It's a very personal album to Kendrick, but this album is just immaculate. You know, nothing else to really say about that. Speaking of personal albums, I just wanted to mention Don FM was a really good album. Great listen. I listened to it so many times. I think it was like top 5 most listened to albums, but I can't put that in here because it's more of like we're doing like a rap type of thing, you know. But yeah, that's definitely an honorable mention. Now I'm gonna put you guys on to a little bit smaller. You know, it's still pretty big. You know, Denzel Curry, everybody knows him. Not everybody, but a couple people know him. Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. Really impressive album. I like his vision with this. I like some of the lyricism. I think he's definitely improved in lyricism. But yeah, one of his best albums, that's for sure. And yeah, he's been on a consistent run. Denzel Curry's been immaculate also. And yeah, that's another one of my possible choices. Age of Aquarius. This is by Overpaid, incredibly underground artist now. Not incredibly, but you know, he dropped a really good one with this one. I was actually supposed to interview him. We're still working on that, but yeah, I really liked Age of Aquarius. It was a really good album. I think that the tone of it was really calm and peaceful, and yeah, it was also pretty beautiful, sentimental at moments. And yeah, that's what I think. Overpaid. Great artist, great album. And moving on, we're gonna go back up to a really mainstream artist right now is Yeet. Yeet's pretty good, you know. There's not really much to say. Yeet's pretty good. Up to Me. I really liked Up to Me. I think that was my favorite album by him this year. Or in the last decade. I don't know if that was this year or not. I can't remember. But yeah. Then we have Red Veil's Learn to Swim was really good. I really love the album cover art. Very impressive. And then the Melodic Blue. Oh, the Melodic Blue is a really good choice. I don't know if I'm going to have that there. Impressive. Very impressive. I didn't expect this from Baby Keem. I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't. I was really impressed with this. And yeah, that's really all I got to say about the Melodic Blue. Sometimes Sorry Isn't Enough by Tom the Mailman was pretty good. My Own Worst Enemy by DC the Don. I love me some DC the Don. DC the Don, some really good music. Personally, I didn't like it as much as his past album, so I don't think it's gonna be the number 1 album, but definitely an honorable mention. And then Eternal Atake. I forgot about this. My friend Cooper actually told me, or reminded me about this album. This album was like, when this dropped, this had the most hype out of any album I've ever seen. I was so excited for this. This and A Whole Lot of Red, which is also another honorable mention. But personally, I think Eternal Atake blows A Whole Lot of Red out of the water. You know, Eternal Atake Deluxe was really good. So if I have that as my number 1, then yeah. So I right now have narrowed this down to Eternal Atake, The Melodic Blue, Learn to Swim, Mr. Moore on the Big Steppers, Donda is my last one, and Call Me If You Get Lost. So, if I had to choose between any of those, I'm personally stuck between the Melodic Blue, Eternal Atake, and Mr. Moore on the Big Steppers. I think Eternal Atake was like when I really started getting into music, but Mr. Moore on the Big Steppers was also incredibly impressive. I really like the double album idea. This is so tough. The Melodic Blue, I was going through a lot. I loved this album. I'm gonna have my results be on Justibuns' channel, alright? Y'all gotta watch his video if you want to see my results. I'm gonna have his results coming up right now on what he believes is the best album of the decade. And yeah, if you guys liked this video, make sure to subscribe. I'm gonna do an alley-oop to Justibuns. Here you go.
I appreciate you letting me be on the channel. We definitely got to do some more collabs together, but without a doubt, Denzel Curry, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future has the best album so far in the 2020s decade. 2021 and 2020 had dropped some good projects, and they were pretty enjoyable years for music, in my opinion. But 2022, without a doubt, is the best year so far, and I would be going on for a while about the great projects that have been dropped, and it's hard to even have like a really like lockdown top 5 best albums this year for me, at least. It's a struggle, especially with the new Freddie Gibbs that came out. Like, it's definitely probably cracking my top 10 off of first listen. I just need to give it some time. I mean, I still got, November and December. We got Baby Tron dropping. Who else is dropping? Lil Baby. Hopefully Travis Scott, A$AP Rocky. I don't know. There's definitely some artists that might drop or is dropping that can mess up this whole list I got going on. But make sure you guys go show some love. I'm conflicted. Go subscribe, like, comment, share. You feel me? And Justibuns is out.